Yankee players that's in a slump come out of the slump. So we go there tomorrow, and we'll take care of business. That's Grego team. Grego in there talking about he glad Stanton is in a slump. But in the meantime, in between time, man, we got a close ass race for third, fourth, and fifth in the NBA East, right? You got the Sixers, who's like a game and a half up on the Cavs, and you got the Cavs, who's a game and a half up on Indy, and that's 3, 4, and 5. And the Sixers play the Cavs Wednesday, and the Cavs play the Knicks tonight. I forgot who the Sixers play. Sixers got an easy game and whatnot. I didn't look to see who Indy got, but hey man, you don't know who's gonna be 4th, 5th, or 6th in that. I mean, 3, 4, and 5 in that.
You're right, and I told folks, I actually said this, I think like 2 years ago. Whereas, like, man, the NBA regular season has been really exciting the past couple years. And here we go again where the regular season matters in NBA because we coming down the season, and here we go with with 2 games left to play, and there's so many different scenarios into how the playoffs could seed out. So, man, I think it's just great for the game, really. But let me go pull these standings up. Yeah, so now Washington done slid down to the AFC, but yeah, like Philly jumping up to number 3, and remember they got the easiest schedule. They had the easiest schedule remaining in the NBA with like 10 games left. So now they should be able to handle their handles, and Embiid should be able to come back, maybe play with a face mask. They're gonna be a dangerous team. The Pacers actually, surprisingly, for some reason, Victor Oladipo looks like a better player than Paul George this year. Man, and I'm just loving it for the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, Miami is in the 6th seed. They're going to be a tough out. Like, there's so many things that can happen right now. Washington could end up finishing in the 6th seed, and Miami could fall to number 8. Like, so you never really know. Like, you can't even say what's going to happen. All you know is that for sure in the East, the playoff seed's a lock. It's just the seeding. Swing it over to the West, man. The number 4 or 5 seed right now, Chief, could miss the playoffs.
Right. I was looking at that shit, man. Hey, somebody LD wanted to know what type of fish. What type of beer you drink? What type? That caught me right there. And Sluggo said that breaking news, according to BSO, Floyd Mayweather involved in drive-by shooting in Atlanta. No, his bodyguard got shot here in Atlanta this past weekend in front of a club.
Black Sports Online. That's that BSO joint.
Oh, okay. Black Sports Online. Yeah, I got to get.
So you said his bodyguard? Did he get shot? His bodyguard got shot. Is he alive or what?
Yeah, he's alive, man. But he just got shot up in front of a club and whatnot. Just a matter of fact, last night. Yeah. Welcome, Dollars and Cents to the show. Dollars and Cents and Vince Wright, the Sports Gov, got back together to do Sports and More show yesterday. Big ups to them. Also,
great show.
KC and the Sunshine Band is up in the house. What's up, KC? Thank y'all for coming in. But yeah, man, it's basketball. 2 games gonna make a break. People position. People not making the playoff. 2 games, man. I mean, it's about time NBA come down to the wire for something. But I'm just not feeling the playoff this early no more like I used to, man. Is it because my team ain't making it no more? Or I don't know, man.
It's because your team ain't making it no more. It's because your team ain't making it. Because, I mean, like, you got some of this young talent we got in the league right now, Chief. Like, it's amazing to watch these dudes play ball. But back to what we were saying on the playoff situation, okay, so look, Minnesota's is the AC right now. Denver's the 9th seed. They play the last game of the season against each other.
Wow, yeah, that's going to be for all the money.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to be for all the money. So basically, both teams are in a situation where, hey, you win both your games, you're in the playoffs. You lose both your games, you're not.
Right. Oh man, that's gonna be something, man. That's going. How about if it's a tie? You think it could be a tie? Yeah, I think it can.
No, it can't. It can't be a tie between them two because, let's say, well, if yeah, it could be a tie. So if Denver wins their game and Minnesota loses their game, and then Minnesota beats Denver, then there'll be a tie. But then they got the tiebreaker, which is the head to head, and then they'll go to your conference record and all of that. So even if there's a tie, there's like no playing game or nothing like that. Like whichever one of them beats the other one is pretty much going to the playoffs.
Right. That's gonna be interesting, man. So who you got, Microwave, to go to the final?
I'm gonna rock with Golden State, considering Steph comes back in round 2. I'm gonna go with Golden State, and man, I've been bigging up Toronto all year, man. But I'm gonna go with Cleveland, man. Toronto been very disappointing over the last couple of weeks, man. And I mean, like for somebody, and you know me, you know me, Chief. I'm like, oh, Toronto's this, Toronto's that, and man, to see them the way they played against Cleveland, the only chance they got is if they was playing possum. If Dwayne Casey said, hey, you guys, I'm just going to roll the ball out there. Y'all do whatever y'all do. We're going to switch it up come playoff time. Because it looked real bad to see like it looked like LeBron had some type of psychological hold on them. And it was just like, man, like y'all actually got a better team. And you up by 30-something points and end up losing to these dudes. Like, what is going on? So, I don't know. And then we always know, like, Kyle Lowry, when it comes playoff time, let's see. Yeah. So, as of right now, before the playoffs start, I'm going to go ahead and go with Cleveland. I want Toronto to win, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Cleveland. Man. LeBron's been having a hell of a season. So, I think they'll do it. Now, with Kyrie Irving being out, for the rest of the season, I just don't think Boston will have enough juice to take them down. And Washington is just a damn dumpster fire, man. They need to blow that shit up.
Yeah, going back to Toronto point guard, right? Kyle Lowry, right? You think he need to comb that afro, cut that afro, or what? Because something holds him down, man. I think he needs to go playoff time. He needs to get a bald head so he'll be a different player out there. They won't know who that is out there. And he do his thing and bring him to the that finals and shit, man. Because he looked lost when it comes to playoffs, man. I mean, he definitely be lost. And I just want to know, do he need a new look come playoff time? Remember how a lot of teams used to wear black sneakers playoff time?
Yeah. Well, he do that too. But I think he needs, whatever his regimen is during the playoffs, he needs to change it. He needs to change it. You know, basketball players, Chief, are creatures that all really athletes are most of them are superstitious, none more than baseball players, but everybody got their routine and what they do before games or whatever, and how they eat, and I'm gonna go watch a movie at 3:00, I'm gonna take a nap, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go to shoot around. Whatever he's doing or has been doing for the playoffs the last 3 years, he needs to change it. And I don't care if it's just one thing he takes out and puts one thing in, it'll change everything because there's something going on with him between the ears. It's not his game physically. It's just something going on with him between the ears where he puts so much pressure on himself. Like it's almost like he can't even breathe. You would wonder, and I don't mean to impose this on anybody, but you would wonder if he may suffer from anxiety. How Kevin Love was saying, he's in the game and all of a sudden he can't breathe and his mouth is all dry and his heart's pounding. And Kyle Lowry to say some stuff like, well, I just had to go into the back to go decompress. You wonder if he suffers from anxiety too, the way he looks, man. So whatever he's doing, I just feel like he needs to change it. Maybe smoke a blunt before the game or something. Just spray some cologne or Febreze on your fingertips or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say, why don't he just change up and do like we used to do when we played high school football? We used to drink a shot of Wild Irish Road when it was cold out there, so the blood circulation be all going, and you just be in another world, man. You know what I'm saying? Either that or Mad Dog. He need to do something, man. But Sluggle said, so I guess my Hawks didn't tank enough to get the 2 seed. Can't even do that effectively. Shaking my head. And Black Man said, Angry Black Man said, Michael Ray rolled with Toronto all year, and when it counts, fold and took the Cavs.
Yeah, I'm not taking the Cavs. I think the Cavs are terrible on defense. I'm actually taking LeBron. You know what I'm saying? This is one time where I'm saying, you know what? I just think LeBron himself is better than that team. You know, like it's going to take Kyle Lowry. You know, it's going to take Kyle Lowry doing something spectacular. You know, for them to do something. I'm just disappointed in the way they've looked. Like I still think Toronto can beat them. But, I mean, you already know Toronto's been a better team all year, but it's a different game. It's a different game in the postseason. The game slows down, and, you know, I'm worried about Toronto resorting to that ISO ball. And if they end up resorting to that ISO ball between Lowry and DeRozan and they're waiting for one to make it happen, they're just not going to be able to do it, man. They're just not going to be able to do it. I hope they do, but they haven't showed me anything the past couple of weeks to make me believe that they will.
Well, don't you think that the coach should change his game plan and whatnot? I think with the talent they have coming off the bench, they might as well just run and gun, man. Play a run and gun game. Pressure the ball. You know what I'm saying? Try to make the other team make mistakes. Pressure the ball, run and gun. You got 10 men. You got 10 men that can come in.
But that's the thing, Chief. That's what they've been doing. They've been doing that all year long. And then they get into a close game, and then they get into a close game against Cleveland, and then they stop. Yeah, I don't know if it's the coach, because, look, a coach can only tell you what to do. You still got to go out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? You still got to go out there and do it. And then, you know, maybe it is something psychological to where DeRozan and Lowry is like, look, well, yeah, it's great that we're a team and we're doing good, but when it comes down to it, it's them two that's going to take the hit when they can't beat Cleveland. So maybe they take it upon themselves to say, hey, we got to go get it done. And, I mean, I believe they can do it, but they just got to show that they can, man. And I'm not about to be out there betting money on them doing it. Like, I can't do it. Like, I mean, like I say, Chief, 2 weeks ago, I'd have put money on them beating the Cavs. Right now, nah.
No, definitely that. When Kevin Love became your favorite player, man? Angry Black Man said
Kevin Love.
Yeah, he said that's your favorite player. He said you always.
No, I mean, look, because a lot of folks, you know, whenever something going wrong in Cleveland, they blame Kevin Love. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, man, that man has been put into a Chris Bosh role, which is the same thing they blamed a lot of Chris Bosh when if you notice when things went wrong in Miami. You know, so I always felt like, hey, man, Kevin Love is still a double-double player, but everybody want to say, oh, Kevin Love don't play D, Kevin Love don't play D, Kevin Love don't play D. He never played D in Minnesota either, so what's the difference? Nobody on the Cavs play D. You know what I mean? So, I mean, let Kevin Love rock, man. Let Kevin Love rock. But, yeah, I like Kevin Love all right.
Yeah, we got rated for life.
Aggie Black Man even said himself this year Kevin Love had a good season.
KC said, so Chief then was underdegree drinking before high school football game. Okay, see, I'm talking about, you know, all the games wasn't cold. When it got down to the end of the season, man, it was kind of cold out there. And, you know, I mean, take some of them hits, man. You know, that should be hurting, boy. So I didn't want to feel no pain. I just wanted to play the game. Shit. I see Hawks fans wishing for the lottery ball and shit, you know. I think they're going to get rid of Dennis Schroeder, man.
Yeah, it might be that time.
I think they're going to get rid of him.
Might be that time.
And it's not because his game, because he has a good game, man. You know, the little stuff he's been getting into outside the, you know, off the court stuff he's been getting into, man. I think they're going to get rid of him, man. But if they do get rid of him, man, shit, he can come my team any motherfucking day. I give up every guard we got to get him. You know?
Really?
Oh, hell yeah.
So you don't like Ntilikina or Ntilikina, how you pronounce his name?
Nah.
You don't like Frankie?
Not to play point guard. You're not
going to give him a chance? Like, I mean, it's his first year.
I mean, he had all the chances.
So you just didn't see enough?
He had all the chances. Michael Wade, he played every game. The boy only got hurt 2 times throughout the whole season. He only missed 2 games. He played just about every game. And he just ain't showing me, man. It's like he got a little soft.
I like his heart. His heart.
But when it comes, okay, this is this problem. If he got
Remember when he stepped up to LeBron?
yeah.